Hi all. Good morning. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, then.
Can see us.
So yesterday we have seen how to create a table. The syntax of that we have seen. Then how to insert data, and if you want to fetch data, if you want to display data, then you have to use select keyword for that. In select, we have seen that you can write the column names. Like here, this employee table, ID name, department, and location are the columns. Select, you can write the column names, or you can write a star. So if you write a star after select, it means you want all the columns. Or explicitly, if you write the column names, you will get those columns. Like here, I have written name from a department, so I will get name and department only. Here, I have written a star, that means I will get all the columns. Then we have discussed that where acts as a filter. Okay, where acts as a filter here. I have written here where department is equal to text. So I'll get the information or data related to take only. And then we have seen that it is case sensitive. Data is case sensitive. If you write department T, T is in uppercase, you will get only those information where department T is in uppercase. Department Tech TECH all in uppercase, you will get all the records. Okay. And then this is the order of execution, how the SQL executes your query. Okay. And then we have seen like how we can use upper keyword and it will become case insensitive search. If you write up here upper department equal to tech, so you will get all the records which are related to tech. This is what we have discussed so far yesterday at a high level. So before, and I think we have given you assignment questions as well. So this one I will stop sharing. So I have to download that copy of assignment. But before I proceed, do you have any question in the
Tanvir,
forgot.
yeah, Tanvir,
Hmm.
I have a question on 13th question number. Can I share my screen?
Question number 13. Yeah. Yeah. So can you share that question? Meanwhile, I will download the assignments and I will share that. Meanwhile, can you share that question in the chat box?
I've just
Okay, sure.
just
Have you shared?
it is loading. Just a minute.
Okay, let me download it as well.
Facing issue while sending it. Now it's sent. Now it's sent.
Oh, okay.
So I got the error also. I'll just show what the error I got. I'm sending the job box. So Raj is coming multiple times.
Just
So,
and those who have joined yesterday only, so don't worry, we will share the assignment with you, which we have shared yesterday. And let me share that again with you. Just a minute. Okay, I'm sharing that assignment in the group. Those who have joined yesterday, you can see like I've shared the assignment. This is this assignment we're going to discuss now. Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my screen is visible, guys.
Yes.
Which question number you asking? Can you
13
repeat the
number,
question?
number 13.
Okay, so let me repeat the format. So daily, on an average, we'll be sharing 10 questions. Okay. Yesterday we have shared 30. Sometimes it can be 13, 15. Sometimes it can be 10, less than 10. It depends on the topics what we have covered. Okay. So this is the question number 30. Those who have joined yesterday, those who have not attended the yesterday class, I will request, please go through the recording. We have shared the recording. Again, I will share that in the group. And if you're getting stuck somewhere, you can ask a question. You can connect with me on person. This is the question number 30. Write a SQL query to fetch the employee details whose first name is Raj. Case insensitive. Okay. First of all, let me create this table. This table I have created. If you want to verify the data, select a start from. See, this is the data in this employee table, first name and last name. Okay. These values are there. This has been saved. So here you see in all this, I have given colon at the last one. So you can run entire, select the entire query and click on the run. So it will be, the table will be created and it will be inserted. This is the data. Now in the question, they're asking to fetch the employee details whose first name is Raj. Okay. So for that, what we have to do, we have to give filter where. Okay, you know that where acts as a filter. So I will write where first name. So first name equals Raj. This one. So let me put this. So this is our employee table. And this is the query. Where acts as a filter, where first name equals Raj. Let me copy this. This is the query. And this is one. You see in the output I got with those employee details, whose first name is Raj. Okay. But here the question is, you got Raj Karan, this output you have got this record in the output. But this is also having Raj. This is also having Raj. Correct. So why you're not getting this and this Raj in the output? What is the reason?
Case sensitive.
Okay, good. Because the data is case sensitive, right? Here, if you see here, this Raj I have written R-A-J, all is in uppercase, capital letter. So that is why engine will give you only those records where all is in uppercase only. Why you have not got this Raj Kumar in the output? Because here R is in uppercase, A and J is in lowercase. But here, if you're writing everything in uppercase, so engine will give you only those records which is in uppercase. Why you didn't get Raj R and J in the output? Because here all are in lowercase. But here you are searching the Raj which has all the letters in uppercase. Is this clear?
Yes.
Now, if you see in the question, it is clearly mentioned that you have to write a query to fetch the inquiries whose first name is Raj, case insensitive search. In the question, it is clearly mentioned that you have to do case insensitive search. Case insensitive search means, please go on mute, guys. Vasivarnam, can you go on mute, please? Thank you. So case insensitive search means whether Raj is in uppercase, lowercase, or uppercase, or any case. I want all the Raj in the output. This is the meaning of case insensitive search. So question is telling, I want Raj, whether it is in any format, uppercase, lowercase, any format, I want all the Raj in the output. So do you think as per the question, this is the correct output?
No,
No,
No, this is not
it
correct.
is giving uppercase.
Because as per the question, we want all the Raj. Now, to do this, what I have to do in the query?
Will use upper function.
Good. We have discussed this yesterday. We will use upper function. I will write upper its name. Then you see, now if I will run this query, now if see I will run this query, this will show up. Okay, now you see you got all the Raj in the Raj Kumar, Raj Karan, Raj Kishore. And this was possible with the help of upper key. Hope it is clear.
Tanvir, I received a error, like a not error, like, I received a 6 Raj in that case. If you see the chart section, I have pasted
Have
it.
you shown? Okay, wait, wait, wait. No, no, this is, why it has happened. Because in your table, when you write select the star from employee now, I think you have inserted duplicate record.
Okay.
You see Raj Kumar is duplicate. I think you have run that query twice. Create table employee insert into all these things. No, you have by mistake, you have executed that twice. That is why you're getting all the records duplicate. If you see Raj Kumar, you have two Raj Kumar. You have two Raj Karan. You have two Raj Kishore. Okay.
Because
What has
12,
happened here?
12 and 13 question are same, so thought, okay,
Ah.
maybe in that
So
case.
what has happened by mistake? No, you have executed this again. Okay, if I will execute this again, no, I will get duplicate record. So don't execute it again. Just run it once. The data will be inserted. If you will run it again, you will get duplicate record. So that is why I told yesterday. Be careful while executing. Suppose I want to execute this line. So first of all, select it and then click on the run button. For me, I'm getting only one copy, right? You are getting 6 records because you have duplicate. Is that clear?
Got it. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So, any question here, anyone?
Tanvir, one question.
Tell me.
Tanvir, what is the difference between varchar and varchar2?
That I have told yesterday. We'll discuss after some time.
Okay.
I will discuss another time. Okay, let me discuss that with you because I know you guys are distracted there. See, varchar and varchar2 both are one and the same. In this query, oh, I've written here varchar2, that's why you're confused, right? Okay, see, if you will write varchar or you write varchar2, they both are one and the same. But varchar2, it works only in Oracle. If you will write this varchar2 in any other platform like SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, any other platform, it will not work. It will throw error. That is the only difference. Nothing. So that is why we recommend always use varchar because it is applicable everywhere. I think it's my bad. I have not taught you varchar2 and I have written here varchar2. Maybe because of this you guys are confused. But varchar and varchar2, if you're working on Oracle, this is Oracle platform, right? This is Oracle. So here you can write varchar and varchar2. Both, let me complete this. Hold on. So both will work. But if you're practicing on SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, only varchar works. So on the cipher side, use varchar always. If in the quiz assignments, if you see I have written varchar2, that is also fine. Okay, but it will work only on Oracle platform.
Okay, okay. And Tanvir, one more question. So in line number 11, we have given upper and then first name. So like from an execution point of view, upper will always convert the entire like word into uppercase, right? So why is the out?
Oh, 1 minute. I will discuss this. Yeah, I will explain you how it is working, and then you can ask the question. Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Sure, sure.
So now here, let's try to understand how this query is getting executed. Okay. So Kamala has raised a hand. So Kamala, just hold on for a few minutes. Let me discuss this query. So here, let's come to this order of execution. And I will request everyone that please please revise the class. When you are attending any next class, please revise the previous class. Okay. So select the star from employee where upper first name is equal to Raj. So here, which keyword will be executed first?
From.
From keyword. Okay. So meaning of from is engine will take a copy. Here it is from employee. It means engine will search for this employee table. It will take a copy. So this is your employee table in the database. It will take a copy. Engine will keep it here. Please go on mute everyone. Now this is from is done. After from, which keyword you will execute?
Where?
Where.
Where?
After from you have where. So, where. What is the meaning of where or task of where?
To filter out.
Filter.
Filter. So please remember throughout SQL, at least 1,000 times we will be using this where. So the task of where is to apply filter, and it is exactly the same filter which we use when you purchase something in e-commerce platform, right? So where is it will apply filter. Okay. So after where, what you have written upper. What is the task of upper?
It converts any lowercase to like caps lock, basically. Something written in caps lock.
The task of upper is whatever is written, it will convert that in uppercase. That is the task of upper. It is very simple. It will convert in uppercase. So what you are telling here to convert in uppercase?
First name.
First name. So you are telling to convert first name in uppercase. So engine will convert first name in uppercase. So see, we converted all the first name in uppercase. Is this clear?
Okay, understood. Yeah.
Yes.
So far it is clear.
Yes.
The task of upper is to convert anything in uppercase. You have written upper first name. The SQL engine will convert first name, all the records in uppercase. So first name, whatever value is there, everything is converted in uppercase here. Is this clear?
Yes.
Now in this upper first name, what you are searching? We are searching this Raj. You are telling SQL engine that please search this RAJ, all caps. In which column you are searching this? In this column, correct?
Yes.
So here, is this Raj same as this one?
Yes.
So all these are same. Okay. This is not Raj, this is not Raj, this is not Raj, this is not Raj. So this records will be rejected. And finally, this first three records will be selected because you are telling engine that equate this Raj with the upper first name. Upper first name you have this value, so this is exactly same as Raj. Now this Raj is coming from this record.
Yes.
Okay, this Raj is coming from this record. And then this Raj is coming from this record. And then this Raj is coming from this record. Okay, clear? Okay, where is also done. After this, what you will execute?
Select
Select. In select, what is the meaning of select?
to display the output.
Display. Select is exactly like your waiter. Okay. Like when you will go to restaurant. So whatever you will order, select means waiter will display that, will serve that to you. Okay. So here you have told waiter that okay, I want all the columns. The star means all the columns. So waiter will what he will do? Whatever you have all the columns, first name and last name, it will display that to you. Okay, because here we have only two columns, it will display only two columns. Now, which record you selected finally? These three records you have selected finally, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can copy these three records and you will get this in the output. So this is what your engine has given output, right? This is same as this.
Yes.
Hope you understood how this query was executed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tanvir, one question on this. So Tanvir, on the left hand side on J and K column, where we have highlighted this in green, this is our actual record, right? And
Yes.
then in M and M column, yeah, where we have done the transformation by applying a uppercase. So this will be a virtual table that would be created in backend, right? Nothing. Okay. Got it.
Temporary. This all are no. This is like temporary rough area. This is happening in the temporary memory. Once engine will display this to you, the final output, engine will delete all those things from here. Everything will be deleted from the temporary memory.
Okay, okay. Okay, so
Okay.
whatever transformation is done, it is done and then a temporary table is formed. And based on that logic, the actual records are retrieved using select statement. That is why
Correct.
Raj is used. Okay.
Correct. It is exactly like you went to a restaurant, you told that okay, I want veg biryani or something. So waiter has taken the order and the chef is cooking all these things in the kitchen. This is your kitchen area. Okay. Virtual memory or temporary memory. They are cooking all these things. Once the food is ready, so this is your final food. So the waiter will serve this to you. After that, they will clean the kitchen. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so this is happening in the temporary memory. That is why engine takes a copy from the parent table. Okay, and it will do all this cleaning activities, the transformation activities here, and then finally it will display the final output. Is this clear?
Yes.
Any question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please explain again that we write query that is upper first name, then how the output will be first name and last name?
Because here in select, you have written a star, right? In select, you have written a star. Select means you are telling, I want to display. So what you
Yes.
want to display here? You are told that I want to display a star. What is the meaning of a star? The meaning of a star is all the columns. Okay.
All the columns.
So in
Yes.
this employee table, you have only two columns, first name and last name. So engine will display both the columns.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Suppose in this query you will not write a star. Suppose you will write only first name. Okay. Then engine will display only first name. Let me run this query. See, you're getting only first name and not correct?
Yeah.
If you write last name, so engine will display only last name. We're getting only last name. But if you have written a star, it means you are telling no, whatever columns you have, display all the columns.
All the columns.
Displaying all the columns, first name and last name.
Okay.
Any other question? Okay. Now my question is, here I have converted this first name in upper, right? We got all this Raj is converted in uppercase, correct? But when I executed this query, so here this Raj is not all in uppercase. Why? What is the reason?
Because in the select statement, uh, we selected only the star. No.
Like if we will do select first upper, then it will come in the uppercase.
No, I think
Actually data is coming from parent tables,
Exactly.
and that is actual data
Temporary
where
table.
from we are getting.
Yes, yes. So upper, which
See.
we have done is for creating a temporary table where all the
Hmm.
Raj is converted to uppercase. And from there, the actual records are retrieved.
Good. So here you have written a star from employee. A star means first name and last name you want, right? This star means what? First name and last name. So this is first name, this is last name. Engine will display this only. In this query, if instead of a star, if you will write upper first name, if you will write this, then engine will display all the first name in uppercase, not
Right.
checked out. All the first name is in uppercase because here you are telling that okay, display the first name, but convert that to uppercase. So everything is converted in uppercase now. Is this clear? Yes or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, Tanvir. Tanvir, one question. So alternatively, in row number 11, we can write it as like select upper of first name from employee, where first name is equal to Raj. So
I will come.
anyway, yeah.
I will come. I will come.
Hmm.
There are multiple scenarios for that. We will discuss all these things. But the one you are asking, no, so I will discuss it after a few scenarios I will cover, then I will come to that. Okay.
Okay.
So see, I am running this query. Now here first name, all the first name are converted to uppercase, but last name is as it is. Okay. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Any question, anyone? Please ask if you have any
Yes,
question.
Sunny, if you didn't return the upper first name after the where, what it will display?
After where
Yes,
you wanted to remove this one, you are telling?
yes.
This will throw error message. This is incorrect syntax.
Incorrect
Syntax is not
sentence.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, hope you understood this. Now, let's try to. Now I'm writing here. Suppose I'm writing this RH. Okay. Earlier I have taken this example. Let me show this. Got this. You got this output. So this query line number 12 is clear to everyone. No?
Yes.
So now I'm jumping to next query, line number 13. Just tell me one thing, guys. In line number 12 and 13, what is the difference?
Here data case sensitive, where we are filtering the
Caps,
value.
capital letter you have written in the small also.
Good. The only difference between this query 1 and query 2 is here I have written this R, AJ, Raj all in lowercase, Here all RAJ Raj was in uppercase. This is the only
Uppercase.
difference in both the query. Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Now, if I will run this query number one, I have shown you that if I will run this query, you will get all the Raj in the output. Raj Kumar, Raj Karan, Raj Kishore, because here we have the case and sensitive search. Please go on mute, guys. Everyone. Can you please go on mute? So when I will execute query 2, this query, then what do you think? What should be the output?
Blank
No
table.
data found.
Blank table.
It will throw an error.
No error.
No data. No data.
No data found.
I will not execute this. First of all, let's try to analyze this query, okay? So this is the query I am trying to run. And the only difference is here I have written RAJ all in lowercase. And here is all value uppercase. Okay. Which keyword will be executed first?
From.
From.
From employee. The engine will take a copy of this employee table from the database. It will keep this in the temporary memory. Okay. After this, from employee, which keyword you will execute?
Where?
Where?
Where you have written upper first name. Okay. Where means filter. You are applying filter. You are trying to apply filter on which column? Upper of first name. Upper of first name means you are telling SQL engine to convert first name in uppercase, right? So let me convert the first name in uppercase. All the first name is converted in uppercase, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
This step is clear. Hope this step is clear. I converted all the
Yes.
first name in
Clear, clear.
uppercase.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So after upper first name equals Raj. So what is the meaning of this? You are searching RAJ, right? You are searching RAJ in this upper first name column. So tell me, is this Raj same as this Raj? Yes or no?
No.
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 No data.
No.
Is
No.
this Raj same as this Raj?
No.
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 Is this Raj same as this Raj?
No.
Is this Raj same as Suraj? No. Is
No.
this Raj same as Suraj? No. Rohan? No. Rohit? No. So have you found any record with this Raj here?
No.
No.
So all the records are rejected. Okay. You didn't find any output here. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So then select will be executed. What is the meaning of select?
Display.
Display. So select is like your waiter. You are telling him to serve me first name and last name. So it will serve you first name and last name. But have you selected any record?
No.
No.
So it means there is no output. Okay. So let's check. This is as per our analysis. Now I'm running. Let's see what our engine will do us after that. Let's check. No data found. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Hope it is clear, guys. Why it is no data found?
Yes.
And this is the reason. Now, hold on. I know you'll be having question, but please hold on for a minute. The thing is, why it is not giving output? The reason is this condition is contradictory condition. Why? First, you are telling engine to convert everything in uppercase, correct? So engine has converted everything in uppercase. Here you are telling engine to convert everything in uppercase, right? So here you are telling to convert everything in uppercase. Engine has converted everything in uppercase. Okay. If you have converted everything in uppercase, then why you are searching lowercase data? Is this clear? Is this clear, guys?
Yeah, it is clear.
Yes.
Converted
Yes.
everything in uppercase, then why you are searching lowercase data? It is like you went to a veg restaurant and you are asking for non-veg. It's purely contradictory, right? If you're going to a veg restaurant, you will get only veg. Correct? Same thing. You have told engine that please convert everything in uppercase. Engine has converted everything in uppercase. Then why you are asking for lowercase data? Obviously, you will not get any lowercase data here. That's why there is no upper. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Now, okay. Do you have any question?
Yeah, Tanvir, one question. So Tanvir, this transformation is applied at the underlying data, right? So while doing a select statement, why it is not displaying the column names also? I understand that there is no data which is matching as per this condition, but
It
at
will
least
not
the,
display. It will
yeah,
not display. If there is no data fetched, it will not display that output. That even the column name will not be displayed.
okay, okay.
Okay. But if you will practice on other platforms, no, it depends. If you practice on other platform, so here there they will display this column to you. Okay. But here in this platform, it will not display the column at all. But I think if you practice on SQL Server, it will display the column.
Okay.
Okay. That's not a big deal. Okay. On net, you are not getting any output. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have one question. Like, I think this upper lower is not applicable in case of MySQL Workbench because, like, I'm executing the query with upper and lower, and all the records are coming with name Raj, whether it is lower or upper, and the same that I have already discussed with you, like for the yesterday query that we have executed for upper and lowercase tag, all the records with tag are displaying.
So see, actually the reason is if you will practice this on SQL Server or MySQL platform. So what happened by default when you're installing that, and this is open source, okay, when you install it, so as a default, they keep it case insensitive. So it means if you will write this query there, select this star from one where March. To run this query on SQL Server or any other platform, if you write where first name equals Raj, this will give you all the Raj, this Raj, this Raj, this Raj, and all the Raj. It is because you even if you will practice that on SQL Server, no, this platform or MySQL, it will give you all the records because these all are open source which you have downloaded. This is not the licensed version. The MySQL what you have, that is not the licensed version. By default, when you're installing it for the first time, it is case insensitive. This is how they have made it. Okay. There is no, I think we should not discuss why they have done it. But if you're working in project, okay, and if you have this SQL Server in your official laptop or in the official project, so everywhere data is case sensitive. You try this in your official project if you're using MySQL or SQL Server, data is case sensitive. That is why I'm teaching you this part that everywhere in all the platform data is always case sensitive. If you will run this where first name equals Raj, you will get only those records with uppercase Raj. Hope it is clear.
Yeah, but actually this MySQL Workbench is from Oracle only. Like as we are practicing through live Oracle
I'm
account.
not talking
So
about that. I'm telling it is the open source free version. Do one thing in your project. Do you have any of this platform?
Yes, I think I have Microsoft SQL Server, so I will try.
You try there. You try there first.
Okay.
You give it a try there. Okay. So on the licensed version, this all will work like that, and this is the this is how it happens. Okay, SQL works. It is case sensitive, always on all the databases. Okay.
But this live SQL, like this online link that we are using, this is not licensed one, but like
So here it is fine. It is not licensed, but it is case sensitive. That is fine. You see, I am teaching the global thing, which is widely accepted. Data is case sensitive always on any platform. In that SQL Server or MySQL, it is not, because that is open source. They have configured it like that only. That's for the ease of the user. But when you are working in project, okay, and that is what I'm telling everyone, those who are working in project, if you have SQL Server, MySQL, any other databases, you give it a try, it will be case sensitive. I don't know why in that open version of SQL Server they have made it case insensitive. There must be some reason, but that is not applicable everywhere. Even in your project, it will not be applicable. Data is always case sensitive. Okay, hope it is clear.
yes, yes, thank you.
Actually, same concern because what you have raised. Now we get in all the batches. A participant will practice on MySQL, SQL Server. They will come up with this concern. But this is the reason. Okay. Even if you Google it, you will find same thing. I have found it from even I was surprised for the first time how it is behaving like this, because in my official laptop I was having the SQL Server earlier. It was case sensitive, but why it is case sensitive here? I checked in Google. It was mentioned that when you are downloading the SQL Server, so by default it is case sensitive. Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay. Now we have discussed about upper. Hope you have understood. Similar to upper, you have lower. Okay, exactly similar to upper, you have lower. Now I will. Okay, I'm trying to execute this query. Written lower. Upper we have discussed. Now we'll try to discuss lower. So again, same thing. First of all, engine will execute the from keyword here, right? Now you know this how it works. So from employee, engine will take a copy of the employee table from the database. So this is your employee table. After this, from the engine will execute the where clause. So in where what you have written, you are telling I want to filter based on the lower first name. Can you guess what is this lower? I know I have not taught, that's why I'm asking you to guess it.
System will convert into lowercase in automatically.
Yeah. So here engine, not system, you can term it as engine. So here the engine will convert this in lowercase. Okay. So this first name, everything will be converted in lowercase. Now see, everything is converted in lowercase. Okay. So all data is converted in lowercase here. Clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Now here, what you are searching? You are searching for RAJ large. You are searching for RAJ large. So is this large same as this?
Yes.
Yes, it is same. So let's select this record. Is this same as this? Yes. Select this record. Is this same as this? Yes. Select this record. These all are different. So these records will be rejected. Now this record we have derived from which record? This record. Okay. Clear? So it means you have selected. Okay. Now after this, you have select first name and last name. What is the meaning of select? Display. It means you are telling I want to display first name and last name. This is your first name and last name. Engine will copy this. So you will get this in the output. Is this clear, guys? Now if
Yes.
I will run this query,
Yes, sir.
check what output we have. Are you getting the same output?
Yes.
You're getting the same output. So you can solve this using lower as well. Any question? Any question, anyone?
Sir, can you explain one more time?
Shutosh, can you go ahead, please?
Sir, can you explain one more time?
Just a minute, just a minute. Let me explain the batteries. Okay, yeah, I will explain it. So what I was telling here is this is the query. Here I have written lower first name equals large. So first of all, engine will execute from employee. This is your employee table. Then you are applying filter on lower first name. Lower first name is to convert this first name in lowercase. So you can see all the data is converted in lowercase. Okay. Now you are searching here RAJ Raj in lowercase, correct? So these all have Raj in lowercase. So it means this you are deriving from this records. Okay. Now then you have told you want first name, comma, last name. It means these two records you want first name, comma, last name. So we have selected these three records. So then these three records will be displayed in the output here. Is this clear? It's very simple. Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Now, here tell me one thing. Please don't try to mug up the things. Try to understand how engine is executed. Okay. Now here tell me one thing. If I will write, then what will be the output?
No data found.
No data found.
No data found.
No data found.
You all agree, right?
No data.
It is exactly same as your query number 2. Here what you have done? Here you have told to convert everything in uppercase. Then why you are searching lowercase data? It is a contradictory statement, right? We have discussed it. Similarly, here you are telling to convert everything in lowercase. Then why you are searching uppercase data? You will not find it, right? That's why the output will be no data found. Hope it is clear.
Yes, yes, it is clear.
Do you have any question, guys? This was all about upper and lower. Do you have any question
No.
before I proceed? No questions. Now, what if I will execute this query? Tell me. What will be the output if I execute this query?
No data found.
Data found.
No data.
Why?
No. It will give the data because we are converting it the first name into lowercase and then we are searching. Okay. Sorry. We are searching proper case. Okay. Yeah. No data found. No data.
One record will come because one record have the a capital R as a records.
No, no, no.
No,
We have
no.
converted all the
Yeah.
first name in a lowercase. So
Lowercase. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
No data found, Tanvir.
Let's analyze it. Okay. Whenever you are struck with some query, so let's analyze it. So here again, same activity you will perform. I will tell it quickly here. So you will take a copy of the employee table. So this is your employee table. Here you are telling to convert in lowercase, correct? Here you are telling to convert in lowercase. You have written lower first name, so then convert everything in lowercase first name. Everything is converted in lowercase, correct? Hope it is clear so far. Now here what you are searching, RAJ. RAJ. Do you think this Raj is same as this Raj?
No.
No. No.
Do you think this Raj is same as this Raj?
No.
This Raj is same as this Raj. So will you get any matching record here?
No.
No. So what will be the output?
No data found.
No data found.
Now let me check what is output of Indian. No data. Hope it is clear.
Yes. Yes.
I asked this question in interviews. Whenever I take an interview, I ask this question. So candidates, they will get confused. They will think that, okay, RAJ, I have this RAJ. So this will be in the this, we will get this in the output. But no. That's why you have to understand each and everything from the engine perspective, how engine is executing. Then you'll be able to answer. This was all about upper and lower. Hope you have understood this, guys, right? Shall I proceed further?
Yes.
Yes.
So slowly I will increase the pace, okay, but it's not like that you will not understand. Still, I will increase the pace. But just what I want from you guys is to keep on revising the classes recordings, because same thing if you're getting stuck anywhere, it means you're not revising. I'm ready to explain any concept n number of times, not a concern, not an issue. But the only condition is if I have explained something in the previous class and if I'm asking that in the next class, my expectation is you should be able to answer it. You should not ask the same question again in the next class. So that will prove that you guys are not revising it. That's one thing I want from you guys. To keep on revising the classes, okay? Now, this is what we have discussed in upper and lower. Next thing is this is your employee table. Which one should I teach now? Now I'm taking another example. Okay. These are the basic building blocks. This is very important. So please listen to this very carefully. So now I have created an employee table EMP. So see, this EMP is different and this is employee. This is different. Okay, sorry. Do you have any other question from assignment first of all? 13 number we have discussed. Any other?
Sir, please discuss 10 number.
10 number.
Yeah, then we're 10 also.
Scenario-based question. Business analyst of my team needs a table to be created in database with below specification of details. Okay, there's a business analyst. He is asking the developers to create a table with this name transaction. Okay, and the column names are transaction ID, amount, location, and all these things. Fine. So, Just a minute. So table name is transaction. What are the columns? Transaction ID, amount, location, payment mode, and a status. So in your project, you have a business analyst. Business analyst has taken the requirement from the client that you have to create a table with the name transaction. Okay, this is the name of the table. In this table, we want this columns. The first column is transaction ID, then second column is amount, then location, then payment mode, and then a status. Is the question clear first of all?
Yes, Tanvir.
Oh, the question is clear for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so what is the error with the above creative statement? So the developer, he has written this script, create the table and to add this column. Now the question is, what is the error? Means what mistake the developer, the SQL developer has done in this? Can you find any mistake here?
Yes.
Yes, after amount, the number is there.
No, before
INT
that.
should be there.
Transaction ID is not as per
Before
the
that.
expectation.
Before that.
Amount.
Is it
I
the
think
new
in a
different?
location they
Location,
mentioned
yeah.
one,
Before that.
yeah.
The length of the data type.
Length of data type
Before
in
that.
location is
Before
one.
that. No.
I think sir transaction table name.
Good. What is the column there?
Column name
Okay.
is not transaction.
You see, do you think the spelling is same? This transaction and this transaction?
No, this is
No,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
C
no.
is different.
TION. Yeah.
Ah.
I is missing.
So in the mapping sheet, whatever business analyst has mentioned, you have to create a table with the same name. Suppose if the business analyst has mentioned like this, I know this spelling is wrong, correct? This is not the correct spelling of transaction. Even then, you have to create table with this name only. You know why? You know why? Any idea, anyone? Why?
Yes, sir. According to business analyst and what CR is mentioned and what is the requirement, according to that one we should proceed.
But why? What is the problem? Suppose he has written like this. Okay. And I have created table like this because I know this is the correct spelling of transaction. Okay. But why I'm telling that no, you don't have to create with this name, you should create with this name only. Although your spelling is correct, but even then why I'm telling that no, you should not create table with this name. You have to create table with this name only. Why?
Because he will search with the same name.
To somebody else.
There
Yes,
might be
server.
Table and the
Same
column
name
can
table
be
can
different
exist
also.
now. Previous.
See, the reason is the business analyst has taken this requirement from the client. Okay. He has written this in a mapping sheet. Now, same mapping sheet you would have shared with the developer, with the tester, with the data analyst, with the client. Now, they all are expecting that the new table will be with this spelling. Now, if you have created table with this spelling, so what will happen? You have created with this. The data analyst is thinking that, okay, I have a table with this name. The data analyst will be searching data in this table. Okay. But you have not created this table. That will create confusion, right? So that is why whatever is mentioned in the mapping sheet, you have to create table with that name only. Because that mapping sheet, Pooja, can you please go on mute? Because that mapping sheet is used by multiple folks. Okay, they are using that mapping sheet. You are not the only one who will be using that. If you think the spelling is not correct, connect with the business analyst, drop me an email, tell him that I think this spelling is not correct. If he is convinced, he will tell that, okay, fine, he will change it. He will update that and then he will send that document to everyone. But if the business analyst is telling you that no, whatever the spelling is, you create table with this, then you have to create this. Is this clear?
Yes, that.
Yeah.
The same issue we have faced in our project. Exactly same thing happened. By mistake, what happened? Business analysts have given this name in the mapping sheet. Okay. Same mapping sheet he has circulated with the other team members. The developer, he thought that, oh, this spelling is not correct. This is the correct spelling. He has created a table with this name. Okay. Now everyone is searching this table in the database because in the mapping sheet, the BA has mentioned this table, but developer has created this table. Hope you understood the problem.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why mapping sheet, you have to follow whatever is mentioned there. You have to create with that name only. Mapping sheet is your final decisions, like a third umpire. Whatever is mentioned there, you have to follow it. If you think something is not correct, you have all the right. Connect with the business analyst, send him an email or schedule a call with him and tell him that I think this is not correct. But don't make any assumptions. Assumptions are very dangerous in IT industry. You don't have to make any assumption. If something is not clear, schedule a call and ask them, interact with them, and ask them that I think this is not correct. And then you should have an email communication as well. Hope it is clear, right? Okay. What about this? Do you think this is correct?
No.
Yeah, it will
What?
correct because Varchar also accepting the numbers.
What is
No,
the
it's not.
problem?
Column given by BA is different.
Yeah,
What is the difference?
not followed. Underscore ID.
Here it is underscore. Underscore you have not mentioned here. So this is also wrong. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
No.
Okay. What about Pooja? So here you have underscore, you have miss underscore. So this is also mistake the developer has done. Okay, what about this? Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, this is okay.
Okay, see. Transaction ID.
INT should come, right?
Yeah, I explained that. Transaction ID. Sometime you will see the transaction ID will be alphanumeric. If you see the bill sometime, okay, the transaction ID, sometime it will be alphanumeric. It means it will be having numbers as well as characters. Hope you have observed this. Like your Aadhaar number, sorry, your PAN card number, it is alphanumeric. Your voter ID number, it is alphanumeric. So there are chances sometime your transaction ID can be alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means it will be having alphabets as well as numbers. In those cases, you have to keep it as varchar. Varchar or varchar, anything. Hope it is clear. Is this clear, guys?
Yes. But
Yes.
sir, before assumption, can we not clarify this with the provider who has given the mapping spec?
That is good. You should check with him that, okay, the transaction ID, what you will store. That is good. Good suggestion. But if you are giving varchar 50, this is on a safer side. Even if they are storing number, it will accept it. If it is alphanumeric given, then it will accept it. If it is integer, then you might be in trouble. Why? Because if this transaction ID is alphanumeric, then it will not, this integer will not accept, it will throw error message, right? But you are correct. Better we should discuss this with the business analyst, that in the transaction ID, what type of data you will store. Good suggestion.
Yeah, always in the project for the safe side, we give the IDs as Varchar only because we cannot actually predict the nature of the data. Also, Tanvi, one more doubt. Do we need to follow the same order as in the columns?
I'll come to that.
Yeah.
May I know any business analyst in this group? Can you raise your hand?
Tanvir, there will be no problem if we put voucher, right?
Varchar, yeah, I told you, you can give varchar as well. That is fine.
No, I'm a little bit
Varchar,
confused with that.
I ignore
You have-
varchar too. Let me remove varchar too. I know this is getting confusing. This is varchar. Okay. Okay. Because this is varchar. Fine.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So what about this amount? Again, a spelling mistake. Here it is AMOUNT, but here we have written AMT. Fine. Is the data type correct?
No.
Okay. You can give number or integer, they both are same. Okay, I know I have taught you to give int integer. From that perspective, you're right. But you can give int or number, they both are accepted. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any issue with the location, guys?
No.
Yes, sir. I think location value is size is one only.
No, I will discuss about the size one. What is the meaning of this one? Why it is one? Why it is 50? Okay. So, okay. Suppose I'm creating a table practice. File. Then we have this value insert in practice. Tom. So I have created a table with the name practice. I inserted this value Tom. And if you want to see the data, you have to write selected star from practice. So we have this Tom inserted in this table, right? I want to insert one more record. Suppose the name is Rahul. Check it. So inserted. So Rahul have inserted twice. It is because I've executed this line 2 times. That is why it is inserted twice. Okay, you have to be very careful here. Now I'm trying to insert down. Okay. Oh, engine has thrown error message. Okay, what engine is telling? Value too large for column name. Actually 7, maximum is 5. See what is the meaning? When you have created this practice table, you have mentioned here name column where char 5. The meaning of 5 is you are telling that please accept only at max 5 characters. Please don't accept more than 5 characters. Now, when you are trying to insert Abraham, how many characters are there in Abraham? 1, B is 2, R is 3, A is 4, H is 5, A is 6, M is 7. That is one engine. That is what your engine is telling. Actually, you are trying to insert 7 characters, Tanvir, but the maximum size is 5 characters because when you have created this table, at that moment you have told that will allow told to accept only 5 characters. Then why you are inserting 7 characters? You are violating the rule. Sorry, we will not accept it. So you understood the meaning of this 5 here. Okay. So that is why on the safer side, yesterday I told you that always keep var char 50. Okay, it will accept till 50 characters. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming back to this location var char What is the problem with this?
It's only one character.
So what's the problem?
I don't know any location that is of one character only.
Good, good. If you are giving any location, right? So there is no location which you can accommodate in one characters only. Correct. So that's why this is the problem. Clear? Hope it is clear, guys. Okay. Now next, what is the problem with this?
Column name is different.
Column name, it starts with capital letter.
Oh, that is fine. Column name, table name, you can write in any case. That is not a problem. This is fine.
Status
Then what's
can
the
be
problem?
true or false.
Mode of payment is written in a different way.
I'm talking about status, yeah. See, here the problem is you have the status are generally yes or no, true or false, right? So hardly it will take 5 characters or 10 characters. Then why you are allocating 100 space? Is this clear? Why you are allocating 100 space? At max, you should allocate 10 characters. Okay. So again, this is a concept. Hope it is clear. There is one more issue here. We will tell.
Yeah, it's with the payment mode. The requirement it was mentioned like payment mode, but in statement we have mentioned mode of payment.
No, I'm talking about status only. I'm not going to
So
that
maybe order of the
Good.
columns name.
Good. In this mapping sheet, business analyst has told you to keep the status column at the last, but you kept it at the second last. This is an issue. This is a concern. You must follow the same sequence. Okay? Fine. Then what's the problem with this mode of payment?
It is different.
Given is
names.
payment mode, but what
Here
we
it
have
is
inserted
payment
is mode
mode,
of payment. Yeah.
but developer has written
Mode of payment.
Okay. So this, hope you understood this, guys. Hope it was clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you are curating table, especially the freshers who are from non-technical background, so they commit these mistakes because they're very new. So it happens. So what you have to be very alert with this minor issues. We have discovered all these things in our project. So what are things I have told you, this was from a project example. So be careful with all these silly things. Fine. Yes. Oh, yeah.
The mode of payment will be in always in numbers, right? This what
No. Mode of payment will not be numbers. Means how you have made the payment. If I will ask you that how you have made the fees payment, you will tell no, I have done using Paytm or
yeah,
PhonePe.
I forgot. Thank you. I got it.
So any other question from assignment?
I have a question. In question 1, we can write integer as 1. Like in Python, this is like a string, but here it will be in integer data type. It will be shouldn't put 1 in the commas.
A string I will discuss after some time. Here the issue is you are creating a table fund, right? Let me create this. You have created the fund table. Then you are inserting value. So if you will try to insert this value, what will happen? Option 1, this will throw error as found that is a numeric column. So which option do you think is the correct one out of 1 to 4?
It was
one.
First one.
First one.
Throw error as found that is a numeric column and can't store the string value. See. Here fund ID what they have written? Number. Number and integer both are same, guys. You can write number or int, they both are same. So please don't get confused. Similarly, you can write varchar or varchar2, they both are same. Okay. So here you are telling number, but you are trying to insert alphabets. So do you think engine will accept it?
No.
Engine will
No.
not accept it.
It'll
Right?
throw
It will
error
throw error
message.
message. Let me show you this. It is throwing error message. It is because this fund ID you have told that it will accept number. Then why you are passing alphabet? So that's why it is. The option 1 is incorrect. This will throw error as fund ID is a numeric column and cannot store string means consider alphabets only. I will discuss string after some time. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any other question from assignment? Okay, I will do one thing. Hold on. Many of you have joined yesterday only. So please work on this assignment again. Those who have not worked. And then let's discuss this tomorrow. If you have any other doubt. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Fine. Now let me start another topic. Just 1 month. You have to dedicate your time. SQL is in huge demand in IT industry these days. So I know you have a lot of other commitments, but still try to figure out time after the class, go to the recording, work on the assignments. Within 1 or 2 weeks, you will find the difference and some good confidence level. Okay, nowadays in IT industry, believe me, when we recruit the candidates, we don't get the candidate who knows each and every nut and bolt of SQL. Because SQL is required in any job profile. You tell me any job profile. Everywhere SQL is required these days. That's why it's very important. Okay. So now we will start the next topic. This is simple and important as well. So here I'm trying to create a new table. Employee table. This is another thing. This is your employee table. Now listen very carefully. Now, I have created this table. My manager is telling that Tanvir, okay, fine, we have created this employee table. We have inserted the data of the employees, but I'm interested uh, in the data of only those employees who are HOD. Okay, those who are HOD. So it means we have to apply filter, correct? Now,
Yes.
which keyword is used to apply filter?
Where?
Where, good. So I will write where. On which column we have to apply filter?
Designation.
Designation, good. Which designation you want?
HOD.
HOD.
Write HOD here. What HOD? Clear? Okay. Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay. Now, similarly, if they will tell that I want professor, you will write professor here, correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, now my manager is telling that can we display me the details of those employees who are HOD but earning salary greater than 400. Understood the question? Question is, my manager is telling Tanvir, I want the details of those employees who are HOD and earning salary greater than 400. So from this data, tell me, who is that employee? Is HOD and earning salary greater than 400?
Rajesh.
Rajesh.
Rajesh, correct? Rajesh is the one, you all agree? Rajesh is HOD and his salary is greater than 400, right? Now, how to write query for this? So I will write designation is equal to HOD, and then you have to check one more condition. No? So for that, you have to write and. Okay. On which column? Salary. What is the condition? Greater than
Greater
400.
400.
Okay. Are you getting the same output, Rajesh?
Yes.
Okay. But let's try to understand how engine executes this. Here, which keyword you will execute first?
From.
From
Nice.
input.
From employee. So first of all, you will execute from input. So this is your employee table. Okay. After this,
Where designation?
Where
where
designation.
designation. So you are telling you want designation equals HOD. Means on this column, you want to apply filter. So let's focus on this column. What do you want? HOD. So is this HOD? Yes. Is this HOD?
Yes.
Is this HOD? No. Is this HOD? No. Is this HOD? No. Is this HOD? No. So engine will scan all the records till last. Now what record you have selected? Only these two records. So then engine will select this record. So it will keep it in a separate. Okay. After this, what condition you have? And salary greater than 400. Now tell me one thing. This condition, the next condition, this one, salary greater than 400, this one. You will check this condition, salary greater than 400, on this selected records or again in the parent table, where you will check this?
The selected
On
record.
selected record.
Yes, because these are the records who has cleared the first round. When you're appearing for interview, so what will happen? Suppose 10 candidates has appeared for an interview. Out of 10, suppose 4 has cleared the round 1. Then company will conduct round 2 for those 4 selected candidates. No, correct? So this records has cleared the first round. First condition, designation is equal to HOD. So second condition, salary greater than 400, you have to check on this records only, not on the parent record. Now here, salary greater than 400. So you are checking condition on which column? Salary column. What is the condition? Greater than 400. Is this greater than 400?
No.
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 Is this greater than 400?
Yes.
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 Fine. So finally, this record is selected, right? Then what you want? Select a star. What is the meaning of select a star? You want all the columns.
All the columns.
All the columns. All the columns engine will copy first of all. And then which record you have finally selected? This record. Engine will keep it here. This will be your output. Now if you will check, engine has given the same output. To Rajesh HOD 500. Even we got the same output to Rajesh HOD 500. So hope you understood how engine executes the query.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now suppose the next question is that next question is okay. Next question is that my manager is telling that then we fetch all the records whose ID is greater than 3, but the salary should be greater than 4. Sorry, but the salary should be greater than 300. ID should be greater than 3 and the salary should be greater than 300. So what will be the query for that?
EMP where?
Where?
ID.
ID.
greater than
Greater than 3
and
And
salary greater than 300.
300.
Okay. So let's check the output. We got this output 5. ID is greater than 3 and salary is greater than 300. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me check few other examples now. Let's check this example. Now here you have another table, a student. Okay. Okay. Now suppose here my principal is my manager is telling that will show me, and this is the task of a data analyst actually. When you're working as a data analyst, your clients will ask this kind of question to you that okay fine, just show me this report, show me the increase in profit quarter over quarter, show me the percentage increase, percentage decrease, in which quarter we have made the maximum profit, the minimum profit, which department is not performing well consistently, which department is performing well consistently. This kind of questions you have to answer when you're working as a data analyst. That is why you have to be strong in SQL. Okay. Now suppose here the question is that my manager is telling that then will show me only those records where subject is physics. So what you will write here? Where
Subject
Subject equal to physics.
right? Okay. Oh, it is giving no data font. Why?
Uppercase.
Case. My question is why? I'm not asking the solution. Why?
Case sensitive
Because data is case
Data.
sensitive. Here I have written physics PHY all in uppercase, but in data it is in proper case. P is in upper, HY is in lower, right? So you have to be careful. So now you got all the records where subject is physics. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Now suppose here they are telling that no, subject physics, but only those who have a score greater than 80. Then what you will do here in this query?
And
marks
and
greater
marks
than
greater than 80.
Okay, so subject physics, marks greater than 80, you have only these two records. So hope you understood this AND operator, guys.
Yes, sir.
Clear, no? Okay. Now, next question. Yeah, any question?
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
If it is case sensitive, then we have insert into student where S is lowercase. Is it fine? As table name is capital S.
Okay. I have covered this yesterday. Table name, it is not case sensitive. You can write this in any case. That's not a problem. Column name, it is not case sensitive. You can write in any case, lowercase, uppercase, whatever you want. Only the data, you see, these all are data. This is case sensitive. Here you have to be careful. Okay. Table name, column name, you can write in any case. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Have I answered your question?
Okay. Fine.
Now, suppose the requirement of my manager is Tanvir, show me only those students who have a scored marks 80. So what I will write?
marks
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 equal
greater than equal to 8.
So you see, I am getting this information. B, the student B in physics subject, he has a scored 18 marks. Okay. But now listen very carefully. My principal now, my manager is telling that Tanvir, show me the details of those students who has scored 80 or 90, anyone. Okay, means those who have scored 80, I want all the student name. Those who have scored 90, I want all those as well. Okay, so for that we have to use OR keyword. Marks equals 90.
90.
Check the output. We're getting the results of all the students who have scored 80 or 90. Okay, is this clear?
Is the
Yes or no?
OR case like if any one of the value is true, we will give it the true value will come back. And is the AND case is both value have to be true?
I will discuss it now. Just give me 1 minute. Good question. We'll discuss it. So let's try to understand how OR keyword is executed by the engine. And keyword, hope it is clear. You understood how it is executed and keyword.
Yes, sir.
And is clear now how it is executed. First of all,
Yes.
engine will check the first condition. It will filter those records. It will keep it in the temporary memory. Then the next condition will be evaluated on top of the filter data. This is how your AND works. Now let's
Sir,
try.
sir, I have one question. Suppose here in this table we don't have the HOD, and we are means we write the same query. Designation is equals to HOD, and salary is greater than 400. So we got any record that salary is greater than 400? No, right?
Let me discuss this first. What Vijay has asked, that is a good question. I missed that scenario. Good one. Suppose now the requirement is, okay, my manager is telling, Tanvir, I want those employees whose designation is trainer and salary is greater than 400. You got my question? My manager is telling, I want those employees whose designation is trainer and the salary is greater than 400. So do you have such a record here?
No.
No.
Right? Okay. That's the common sense we applied. That okay, designation trainer is not there. You will not get any such record. But salary greater than 400, you have no. You have this salary greater than 400. This is also greater than 400. So you should get this records, no? Why you are telling no? What is the reason?
Designation is not.
Designation is not
Good,
proper.
good. Because here we have two conditions. Designation must be trainer and then salary must be greater than 400. You have to clear both the rounds. Correct?
Yes.
So for this, if I will write this query, select or let me write it here. This was the question. Okay, right? If I'm executing this query, check the output. There is no data found. Correct? Why? When you will execute this query, this one, what engine will check first? Designation equals trainer. Do you have designation trainer here?
No.
No. So no you records you have selected. Then the next condition will not be evaluated at all because from the first condition you have not got any record. Is this clear? Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
sir, suppose we mention here the salary first and the trainer in second. So also we get any data or
Expecting this question very much. So now Vijay is asking that okay, fine, Tanvir, that is clear. What if I will write query in this format? Correct, this is what you're asking. Huh?
yeah.
So if I will execute this query, let's try to understand. First of all, from employee will execute, correct? So we'll take a copy from here. This is your employee. Clear?
Yeah.
Then you have this where salary greater than 400. You will check this condition where salary is greater than 400. So it means you have to focus on the salary column and you have to check for this condition greater than 400. Is this greater than 400?
No. Equal.
Is this greater than 400?
Yes.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is selected.
Yes.
Is this greater than 400?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is selected. All these are not greater than 400. These all are rejected, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who has cleared the round one? These two records has cleared the round. Okay. Now second condition, designation equals trainer. Okay, second condition is designation equals trainer. Now you are focusing on the designation column. Is this record trainer?
No.
No.
Is this record trainer?
No.
Both are rejected. Have you got any record which is fulfilling both the conditions?
No.
No. So you will get no data. So even if you will write this query, if you will change the sequence, the output will be no data form. Hope it is clear.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Now coming to the next question, which I was discussing here, that I want those records where marks is 80 or 90. How this works. Hope you understood how AND condition is evaluated, guys.
Yes, sir, we understood, but
Yes,
one
sir.
question.
Yeah.
Can we
Yes,
use
sir.
multiple ends here?
You can use multiple AND as well. That I will show you after some time. We'll see that example. Sorry. So now this is the question. I want only those employees who has scored 80 or 90. Okay. So here, which keyword will be executed first? From a student. So first of all, let's take a copy of the student table. Where is the student table? I know I am a bit slow, but don't worry. Slowly we will increase the pace. Okay. Just try to understand whatever I am teaching, because these all are the basic building blocks. If you will not understand this properly, you will struggle at a later point of time. So this is your student table. From student, I have taken a copy of the system. After this, which keyword you will execute? Where? You have written where marks equals 80. So it means you have to focus on the marks column. What you want? Marks equals 80. Is this 80? No. Is this 80? No. Is this 80? Yes. Okay, select it. Is this 80? No. Is this 80? No. Is this 80? No. Is this 80? No. So we have evaluated the first condition, marks equal to 80, and we got this record. Is this step clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Tanvi.
Now listen very carefully. After this, I have mentioned or the meaning of or is the record which you have selected. Hold on. The record which you have selected,
Yeah,
ignore it. What? Okay. The record which you have selected, ignore it because he is selected. Next condition is marks 90. This marks 90 you have to check on the remaining set of records. Marks 80, this record you have selected, you remove it. Then marks 90, again you have to check on the remaining set of records. Is this 90?
Yes.
This is 90. Okay. Is this 90? No. Is this 90? No. Is this 90? Yes. Is this 90? No. Is this 90? Yes. So then this record is also selected. Okay. So This both the conditions are evaluated. Then engine will go to select a star. The star means all the columns. All the columns you have, and then engine will display all these records to you. And if you will check here, like when I will execute this query, this one, you're getting the same output. If you want, you can verify here. This is the same output. Is this the same output? Don't check the sequence. That Tanvir here you have written 2B first, but 2B is coming at the second position. Sequence we will discuss when I will teach you order by. Ignore the sequence for the time. Are you getting the same records or not? Okay, the records are exactly same. So how this OR works? First of all, it will check the first condition. Those the records which will satisfy the first condition, you will select it. Then the second condition, you will check on the remaining records. But in the AND condition, what you have done? You are checking the second condition on the selected record. OR condition, you are checking on the rejected records. This is the difference between AND and OR. Is this clear?
Yes,
No. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can we add two to three more? Like marks is 80, marks is
Yeah, we'll
equal to
discuss.
70.
Don't worry, we'll discuss it. I will show you all these examples. Now coming, now coming to the next example. Coming to this employee table. Okay. Now here my manager told me that Tanvir, show me those employees only who are HOD or professor. Okay. HOD or professor. So what query I will write here? Where
Employee. Sorry.
designation equals
HOD.
HOD
And
you will write
Or
or no. Because your manager has told a HOD professor data they want. Okay. So now let's try to understand this query. First of all, from employee. So this is your employee table. Then which keyword you will execute?
from
This is over. Then
where?
what you have written in where? You want designation equals HOD. So we are focusing on the designation column. What we want? HOD. So these two records are HOD. Correct? So you have selected these two records. This is selected, remove them. Then next condition, you have OR. So OR condition, you will check on which record, selected record or rejected record.
rejected.
Sir, the record
Rejected
record.
Rejected
records are rejected. Now the next condition or designation equal to professor, you will check on the rejected records. So is this professor? Yes. This is also selected. Is this professor? Yes. It is also selected. Is this professor? No. Is this professor? No. Right? So now after this you have selected these two records. Correct? Now then you have select a star. It means you want all the columns. So you get this as an output. Let me run this query here. Check the output of Indian. So this is the output of the Indian. Hope it is clear.
So suppose the second condition is false. So then what will be happening, sir?
Good question. Now suppose the question is that okay, my manager told me that Tanvir, I want all the employees whose designation is either HOD or trainer. Okay. So for that, what I will do, I will write this query.
Fine.
I will write this correct. Is this clear?
Yes.
So again, first of all, from employee, we will take a copy of this employee table. Okay. Then what is the first condition? Designation equals HOD.
HOD.
So you will search for HOD column, HOD record in this designation column. So these two records are HOD, correct? So you will select this or not?
Yes.
You will select this. Now what is the next condition? Or you will evaluate on the rejected record or the selected records.
Rejected record.
Rejected records. So these records are rejected. Let's check what is the next condition. You are searching for designation equals trainer. So is this a trainer?
No.
Is this a trainer?
No.
No. Is this a trainer? No. Is this a trainer? No. Even if you have 1 million record, engine will scan all the records. Okay. So second condition, have you got any output based on the second condition?
No.
Okay. Now after this, engine will go to select a star. What is the meaning of select a star?
Display.
Display all columns.
All the columns will be here. What all records you have selected so far? Only these two records. So when you will run this query, engine should display these two records only. Okay. Now let me check what engine is showing here. Got only these two records. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Hope it is clear. You understood now how AND works and how OR works.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. One question, sir, on similar line. For the similar query, since we are searching both the queries under designation column, how engine will behave if you write designation is equal to HOD or trainer? How engine will behave?
It will throw error message.
Okay.
I think you are telling to write query like this now.
Yeah, where designation is equal to HOD or trainer.
You are telling this one.
Yes. It's because since both are we searching in designation column.
You are right, but this will throw error message. This is incorrect syntax. Is this
So
clear?
can I explain this? Yeah, it's clear, but still, can you explain it again, sir? First, we will
Oh,
search
that-
HOD.
No. Here the problem is no. It is a syntax error. Okay. It is not about the logic. It is a syntax error. This syntax is not allowed. Why? Because here you have written designation equals HOD. This is fine. You have given OR condition. This is also fine. Then you have given this trainer. Then engine is asking you that okay, fine, Tanvir, this trainer data I have to search in which column? You have not mentioned the column here. You are thinking that I have mentioned column here. No. Yes, you have mentioned, but this is for HOD. Where you are searching this trainer, you have not given any column name here. Correct. So that is why this is. Let me complete. Hold on. So you have not mentioned any column name here. So that is why you are violating the syntax of SQL. Okay, and whenever you are running any query, first of all, SQL will check the syntax that user is following the correct rules and regulations or not. Then only it will start executing your query, fetching the data, performing all the transformations and all those things. Here you have violated the syntax. That is why it is thrown error message.
Yes. Yeah. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yes. For this, we have to enter each and everything, the column name, right?
Every time you have to give the column. Okay. Clear?
Tanvir, which means like for a single call, like when we are writing the condition, we can only for a single column we can add only one condition, like what is a string or
Yes,
what
yes.
value that we are looking.
Only one value you have to pass. I think maybe those who know the concept of in operator, intentionally I'm not teaching it now. Maybe you are waiting for that. So I will teach after some time. Okay. Any
Okay.
other question?
Tanvir, I have a question. Can
Yeah.
we open or close parentheses before HOD and trainer so that the
That
applies to both
yeah,
HOD and trainer? Yeah.
that is okay. Let me explain that. I thought of covering this after some time, but let me explain this. Now see here. Suppose I have HOD professor, right? And suppose in this table employee. Okay, let me insert few more records. In this table, let me insert few more records. 97, 98. This is suppose Rahul. Okay, and they are suppose they are trainers. Okay. I've inserted this two records. So now if you will check this employee table, let me show you in front of you. Oh, humble request to those who are very new to SQL, who are from non-technical background, please revise all these things. Okay, that's very important. Otherwise, if one will go, otherwise, you know what will happen down the line, the complexity will increase, and then if you're not revising, you're not continuing with the classes, you will lose interest and you will absent the class. This is normal behavior, it happens in every batch. But if you're attending the class religiously, regularly, working on the assignments, you will enjoy it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Shabaz, written something?
No, sir.
So now in this employee table, you have the instructor, professor, HOD, trainer. Okay. Now my manager is telling that Tanvir, I want to see the details of HOD, professor, and trainer. Fine. So for that, what I will do, I will write this query HOD designation trainer on designation instructor. I told you. Instructor. Okay, this is the query. Now check the output. You got the details of trainer, then you have HOD, then you have instructor. So now we have three conditions. First is designation HOD, designation is trainer, designation is instructor, and they all have OR condition. Hope it is clear. Any question? Here you can ask this question that Tanvir, suppose I have two more conditions with designation. So every time we have to write all designation equals this, or designation equals this, and that is little bit tedious. I agree. So for that we have a shortcut. The shortcut is this is the shortcut. Okay. You have to write designation. Okay, and after that write n, and then give open and close bracket here. And within this bracket, you write whatever you are searching for. So when you will execute this query now, the engine will understand that, oh, Tanvir is telling that either HOD, trainer, instructor, any data is there. I want all those records. So now if I will execute this query, you see you will get the same one. Are you getting the same one? Trainer is there, HOD is there, instructor is there. So instead of writing all these things separately, designation equals HOD, designation equals trainer, designation equals instructor, You can write all those things in a single statement. Just write designation, give in condition, and then what all values you are searching, just write all the values separated by comma. That's all. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
I think this is what many of you were asking.
Yes. So in SQL, in is also a reserved keyword.
Yes, yes, yes. It is a reserved keyword. The moment you will write in, so engine will understand that, oh, Tanvir is searching all these values in the designation column. This is a reserved keyword. Engine has a special meaning for this. Engine knows what he has to do. For you, this is just simple the dictionary meaning of engine, but for SQL, the meaning is different. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. One general question. The way you said this is a reserved keyword, is there any way where you can find out what all reserved keyword we have in SQL? Any shortcut to check?
There is no such shortcut. Generally, what happens if you're working on any licensed version of this platform, the color of reserved keywords will be in blue. Okay, even if you work on the first years or something, generally it is in some blue color or pink color. Okay, but again, that is not a rule. Most of the time, you will see that will be blue color or some other color. But if you want the list of those keywords, so yeah, these all keywords which we'll be discussing during the course is all the reserved keyword. Distinct is a reserved keyword. Order by is a reserved keyword. Describe table is a reserved keyword. Create, insert, all these are reserved keyword. But never in an interview, the interview will ask you this question that tell me what are reserved keywords in all these things. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes.
So 1 minute, sorry, 1 minute, sorry. So just to keep the thing simple, today I have just told you that how engine executes and how engine executes or. Quickly I will summarize. And operator, first of all, engine will check the first condition, salary greater than 400. It will pick those records, and those records in and condition, the records which is satisfying the first condition, you will check the second condition on the selected records, correct? But in or condition, the next condition you will check on the rejected records. This is the big difference between and an or operator. Don't think it is over. We have many other examples for this and or. We will continue this session tomorrow. I will show you like if I have multiple conditions, because here in all these examples I've taken only 2 conditions. I will show you tomorrow if we have 3 conditions, 4 conditions, then what will happen. How we can use and or both together in a query. How I can apply conditions on multiple columns. So all the scenarios we will discuss tomorrow. But please revise today's class before attending tomorrow's class. Okay. So that's all from mine, guys. Today, those who wants to drop, you can drop, and those who have question, you can continue. You can ask.
Thank you, Tanvir.
Yeah, I have a query. Like I would like to add one more condition.
In which question?
Just your last question. Okay. Yeah, there in HOD we have here we are filtering on designation. So I would like to add one more column where salary is greater than 400.
Okay, good. So which designation you want? All 3?
Yes.
Or anyone? Okay, good. So Aisha is telling that Tanvir, I want this designation HOD, trainer, and instructor. This is fine. But I'm interested in only those employees whose salary is greater than 400, you are telling, right? So what you have to do here, you have to write and condition. And salary greater than 400. Whenever you want a scenario where you're looking for such a condition where you want both the conditions to be met, then you have to use and condition. Here you are telling, okay, fine, you display me the HOD trainer instructor, but only those HOD trainer instructor salary greater than 400 means you want to satisfy both the conditions. Then you have to write and condition. Now, if I will execute, you will get only those HOD trainer instructor whose salary is greater than 400. See, only Rajesh is the one who is earning salary greater than 400. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you.
But can you tell me, guys, here Karan is also earning salary greater than 400. No, why we didn't get Karan in the output?
Because it doesn't have the
The profession.
profession.
Good.
He is a
Not
professional.
He's a
HOD trainer
professor,
instructor.
but we are searching either HOD trainer or instructor. That is why we didn't have Karan in the output. Okay.
Sir, is there any shortcut for and here
No.
we are shortcut for in? Yeah.
No. For and we don't have any shortcut. I will tell you the reason tomorrow that why for and we don't have a shortcut. I think you were asking that. Like this, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Like this here. So you are asking that, like the way you have shown here in operator. In operator. So similarly for
Correct.
and we
So
have
here,
such. So
yeah.
no, for and we don't have. Why we don't have any shortcut for and? That we will discuss tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other question, guys? Just it was too slow, how it was, it's too boring, or you know all these things. It was just reinventing the wheel so that I can plan the session accordingly. Any one or two feedback quickly. Yeah, Pooja.
Can we take as a less than 200, sorry, greater than 200 salary for all the designation?
Greater than 200 salary.
Yes.
Oh, then you want you to just write here. Salary greater than 200.
In all the designation.
Applicable in all the designation. See, irrespective of any designation, trainer, HOD, professor, instructor, those who are earning greater than 200, you got all the reports. Yeah, any quick feedback, guys, please. This will help me to plan the session. How you are finding it? It's too slow, too fast, medium, normal, content, or you want more examples or anything quickly? Anyone? One or two feedback.
It is very helpful and it is very normal as I'm new to SQL. So, sir, the way you are explaining things, I'm able to learn it and I'm able to implement it. And thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thanks so much. Any suggestion? Anyone?
Yes, sir. For me also, I'm from non-IT background, but your teaching is very good. I'm understanding everything. I'm understanding everything.
Okay.
If I'm get practiced of assignment means, I think so I can learn it.
Yeah, sure.
Sir,
yes, sir.
I want more example. Like to know, sir, I go into the depth things because I had little bit experience in SQL.
So what you tell, Satyaki, I didn't get you. You have experience in SQL, so yeah, how you're finding the session?
Sir, good, sir. Good.
Okay, able to understand. Okay,
Very
fine.
good.
So down the line, if no problem. Down the line, if anyone has any feedback, any suggestion, like the content is not good or the speed is fast or slow, in the beginning it will be slow. I agree. Give me some time. Down the line, we will pick that momentum. Or anything from content or from assignment or any other thing, you can connect with me on my WhatsApp personal window to let me know if you're facing any challenge. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, one more thing. Like, do you have any project?
See, all these examples, the assignments, whatever we'll be solving, this all are from a real-time project only. we'll be sharing, you will see, this is the list of questions we have. This is more than 250 questions. A lot of questions are there. This is all we have designed from my project only. I will give you, like today, how I told you, like this example of that business analyst, right? That is again from my project examples. All the scenarios are for the project examples only. Okay, and then at the last, I will tell you, many of you have asked the question that Tanvir, I have worked in the civil or mechanical for 5 years. Okay, now I want to enter the IT industry. They will consider me as a fresher. I will tell you that how you have to project in such a way that you are working in non-IT, but they they will believe that no, you have worked on SQL as a data analyst or business analyst. That I will guide you at the last. But for that, what a project example I'm telling you, you have to remember it. If possible, make a note somewhere, write it somewhere. Okay. Then we will guide you with that, how to prepare resume, answer interview questions, and all this stuff. Okay, so
The answers, can I know when you will be revealed after everything? Assignment.
answers, yeah, we will share down the line. Okay.
Sure.
Take some time, we will share that.
Okay.
Okay. And sir, one more thing, like if we by mistake we have inserted duplicate records in a table, so if we need to delete,
Okay, good,
if we need to delete the records, so can,
for that, what you do quickly, there are many other ways. But the moment you think that, oh my God, by mistake you have entered duplicate record, do one thing. Execute this command. I will not tell what is this command. I will tell after some time. Just write this command, drop table, and whatever is your table name. Suppose your table name is employee or whatever it may be, just write this command, execute it. Okay, the table will be deleted. Then again, like suppose where is my employee table?
okay,
This
so
is my employee table. Then one minute, let me complete it. And again, you have to run it from here. Okay, then again table will be created and this record will be inserted. But again, don't run it 2 times. Then again you will be having duplicate. Okay.
Yeah, actually, sir, one more thing, like can we delete row wise, record row wise, like
That I will
using
tell you
number?
after some time.
Okay.
When I will teach you the difference between delete, drop, and truncate, then I will teach you that.
Okay. Okay,
This
thank
one,
you.
delete, drop, and truncate. Okay, fine then, guys. Let's connect tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. I
Thank
will
you.
share few assignment questions if I can find the scope. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you, sir.